The All-Ireland Hurling final replay of 2014 has reached the halfway point. A reminder of the score: Tipperary leading Kilkenny by 1 goal and 7 points to 8 points. There's a look at the stats for you. By the way, can I just say hello to some people down in my Cullen County, Galway. I hope you're enjoying this match, especially in the ladies football club down there. They had a fundraising run today, not knowing there was going to be a replay, but they've all set record time to get back to the clubhouse to join us here in the programme. Hope you're enjoying the match. By the way, coming up in this half-time interval, the last in our big championship competitions, you could be jetting off to the sunshine of Cyril Farrell here with us. Gerb, your thoughts on that first half so far?
Well, look, 3 weeks ago at half-time, it was 113 to 111, a 2-point lead for Tipperary. Is today a lesser game because of the score isn't this high? Definitely not. It's just absolutely riveting game because the quality of the tackling, the hooking and the blocking, and especially closing down the man in possession,
and the space,
is a high. You just have this much space this time as the last time.
It's clear this is something that both sides obviously worked on. They decided to keep it much tighter.
Most of us knew that this was it wouldn't be a shootout like the last day. You know, Kilkenny with all their matchups, especially Paul Murphy and Lara this time. You know, they've changed them around, chasing them around, but Tip are playing really, really well. You know, the movement of the forwards is so good that despite the tight marking, they're still creating great goal chances. And again, worrying enough, again, like the last day, they haven't taken them. But at the same time, you know, it's a 6 points to 4 after 22 minutes. Tip, great start, then got stuck and with Kilkenny taking over. Now 2 points down after 22 minutes. Now they have taken over in the last 13 minutes of the game. Completely taken over in that half-back line. They're cleaning out Kilkenny at half-back. Brian Corey will have to do something about that. They're driving forward and they're using the ball so intelligently. They have created 3 goal chances again. They have taken 1. But at the same time, the game is still wide open.
Yeah, and it is wide open. And the thing about it is, what Ger says obviously is correct, Cyril. But at the same time, at first, I felt the Tip needed a break in it because they were making the chances they weren't getting them. Now, they got the break when Seamus Callanan got the goal that you could nearly see it coming for a while.
First of all, it's a great ball. The fences are on top here. Brilliant Marlis down the fast ball. It's the only time that Darren Corbett actually gets away from Paul Murphy. He reads the breaker. Look, he chances on the break and he's gone. Now Murphy dives in and just can't catch him. Now Corbett settles, gives a lovely pass into Callanan. Callanan shortens the grip and he bends down like just a little flick in there. Doesn't go to blast it, because if he goes to blast, it'll probably hit off Murphy. Watch this again now. It could have been a shorter clearance out. It didn't play the X-Man. Here, Corbett runs onto a breaking ball, chances to run. Once he gets it up, he's going to be. Murphy knows he's caught. Tries to get out, can't. Now look, he steadies up, gives a lovely ball to Callanan. Now Callanan dips down and he goes down kind of on his grunt course, shortens the grip like every young lad should do, and kind of flicks into it. Doesn't go to blasting it over. Takes his chance, and it's a relief to Tip because they had got a lot of goal chances, had been hooked and blocked, and it's kind of put them in the driver's seat for the first half anyway.
All right, time for us to take a break here in our Croke Park studio. Now to take us there, it is 753. Tomas Mulcahy, before the break we saw Seamus Callanan's goal for Tipperary. Tip had other goal chances which we're going to have a look at, but in fact these also maybe indicate some pretty stout defending by Kilkenny.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned about the setup that Kilkenny were going to have. They were going man marking. Here you see Bomber. He knows nothing else but his head down, but it's good defensive play back there. Look at all the Kilkenny players that are back there, the backs. They weren't allowing that space for the opening period of the game that Tipperary were going to get a run on. Again, the ball comes back and they're happy enough to let the Tipperary guys put the ball over the bar. I mean, we see it here, see the numbers back, and there's a crowd out. You've Padraig Walsh back there, and when it breaks out, it comes to Young McGrath. But this is kind of the most crucial of the Kilkenny defending. Like when you see it here, a little pop pass to Callanan, and you say he's away from JJ Delaney, and everybody thought about the legs are gone, but JJ does get back there. He gets the hook in, and Padraig Marr comes in as well. Now, they've rode their luck on a few occasions. We see here, look, the angle's back. They're not allowing the space. And when you saw the Lar ball that went into Callanan, he was on his own to pick out a pass. In this instance, there is no room to get the pass away. And Kilkenny were very, very strong. But as the half wore on, Michael, the gaps began to appear because there's so much energy being put into that defending. You had Michael Fennelly going very much back into defence, going very deep. And Kilkenny are playing very much defensive in that first half period as well, which means that Richie Hogan is struggling as centre forward. Michael Fennelly's doing very, very well. So, I mean, it's still anyone's game.
It's hard to believe this. After the shootout the last day, the 3 Tipperary forwards haven't scored at all, and 4 Kilkenny forwards haven't scored at all. And only Richie Hogan has got more than 1 score among all the forwards. And he has faded out of the game after 10 minutes as well.
Their puck-outs, they're half forward and they're being clean. The Tip half-back line are completely on top. They'll have to rejig their half forward because they're winning no puck-out. It's putting too much pressure on the back down the field.
I suppose, though, the game should loosen up a bit as we get into the second half. We might see a bit more.
It's very hard to see players being able to keep up the intensity with which they're playing now. You know, the work rate, the movement of the Tipperary forwards, and with that, the movement of the Kilkenny defenders is just of an order you rarely see.
But I think if Tip are to push on here, Ger, I think Glar, right, standing inside the corner, isolated against Paul Murphy, he set up the goal brilliantly by coming out, getting onto breaking ball, running at the defences, because he's the cuteness in his mind to pop the pass when it's needed. They had few opportunities that they went on a solo basis on their own when the pass maybe would have been on to give it to another guy, and they failed to take those opportunities.
They're back.